going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of A Lesson in Headbanging Podcast with GBs. Yes, I'm host GBs, and welcome to episode number 5. And if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment section, because on this episode, we're just going to go over the damn place here. We're just going to talk about tours. Tours, a festival. Yes, it's January. It is January of 2023. It's cold. It is snowy. I mean, at least some part of the country, unless you're lucky enough and it's nice and warm. Hell, because you're lucky, right? But if you're living like myself, living in the Midwest, in the Chicagoland area, it's cold. It's snowy. But nonetheless, yeah, January, and between now and probably by February, March, and April, within those couple of months, it's an exciting time for rock and metal fans. Well, GBs, why is that? Well, it is very, very simple, because of tour announcements. It's going to be a loud 2023. Now, if you watch my other video, somewhere on the link on the screen right here, I kind of covered the 2023 anticipated albums of the year. That's out the way. Let's talk about tours, and it's not anticipated because I'm like jittery right now looking at these posters. I'm like, man, I can't wait for this tour or this tour. And again, it's the whole year of 2023, starting right now. Starting on January 1st of 2023, all the way up to December 31st of 2023. It's going to be tours up the wazoo. There's tours going on right now as we speak. A lot of good tours, like the Anthrax, Black Label Society, and Exodus tour. If you're a fan of the current modern rock stuff, like Fall in Reverse and Papa Roach, they're currently on tour right now. So there's current tours that's going on right now as we speak, winter tours. There's a lot that's been announced for springtime, summertime. This is my favorite time of the year because that's when all the tours are going to be announced for springtime. And as we get closer to spring, a lot of festivals for summer and tours as well, big major tours for the summer, late summer and fall will be released. And those are my favorites too, like outdoor amphitheaters if you live in a major market city. Obviously fall time, it gets closer to the arena tour dates, and I love it. I enjoy it. My wallet doesn't enjoy it. I mean, unless you had a good paying job or a lot of money. And again, I know we're friends and all. If you want to hang out sometimes, wink, wink. Yeah, you know what? I don't care about the money. It's all about the shows, supporting the bands, give them a little bit of love. Who do you love? Love that song. But it's all about supporting the bands. That's all it's all about. Give them a little love. Show them that you support them. And I can't stress enough, buy their stuff, man. Buy their merch, their t-shirts when you go to the show. That's my favorite part. I mean, I got so many band t-shirts. I can't tell you how many I have. I'm probably like over 200 plus more. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody got more than I do, but I got so many t-shirts. And I go out and support no matter what. I mean, it was the last concert I went was the Wasp and Armor Saint, and somebody is like, you buy an Armor Saint too? I'm like, yeah, I support the band. Of course I do. I love them. Like, dude, you're hardcore. I'm like, you got to support the band. You got to keep them going, keep them alive, keep them around. Because stuff these days aren't cheap. Inflations, high gas prices, bills are going up, things aren't cheap, especially when it costs, the cost of touring, tour buses, and venue cuts. Unless you're like a major promoters like Live Nations that does all these fees and cuts for keeping tabs on this whole situation between Ticketmaster and Live Nations, hurting these bands, hurting these venues, but also support local and independent. And you gotta support them, keep them around. If you want these bands in your area, you gotta support those venues. And that's why I keep pressing, go out and support these bands. It's the only way you can keep these bands and venues alive. and it's still going, which makes me proud to be a fan, rock and metal fan, hard rock fan as well. And thankfully, I live not even 5 minutes from a well-known venue that's not in the Chicago city limit. Can't speak a Chicago city limit. That's out in the suburbs. That's close by. They get these big bands that come to the suburbs and play at a small venue. If you don't know what it is, shout out to the Forge of Joliet. They're on Facebook. They have a website as well. I love the Forge of Joliet. They're like the House of Blues in the suburbs. If they're not playing in the city, they're most likely to be playing in that venue. And I've seen a lot of big bands: Machine Head, Cannibal Corpse, Trivium played there, Papa Roach played in that venue before they started doing these arenas and big theaters when they were kind of exploding again. A lot of big bands, a lot of sold out shows I'm grateful to be part of, and just a small, and nothing beats a small, intimate show, packed, 300-400 people, whatever your capacity in the building is, and just crammed up in there, sweating hot. I love it. Ice cold beverage in hand, of course, buying the t-shirts, it's a good time. But I'm going to shut up and stop rambling. Let's talk about some of the tours out there. Again, it's a little bit of everything for rock and metal. And, if you have a specific tour you're looking forward to seeing, or you have your tickets, ready to go, let me know what you think. Comment section on YouTube. If you're hearing this on the podcast, Lesson Headbanging and Violence. Lesson Headbanging podcast with GBs. Available on 5 social media platforms, of course, on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. So feel free to subscribe on all of them. Follow, like, abuse it. Do whatever the hell you want, right? All right, let's talk about some of the tours that got announced. And it's going to be exciting, let's talk about this one right here. Oh, Obituary. So, Obituary, I love Obituary. They're going on tour. Start April. You can see it goes right from Charlotte, North Carolina, all the way to Houston, Texas. Like I said, I live in the Midwest, in the Chicago area, and there is the Metro, the legendary Metro. Anybody around the country, in the United States, around the world to be exact, know the Metro. Obviously, the mighty Metallica made history. And the Metro is just a classic venue. A small venue, but it's history. It's history in a venue. But Obituary, man, one of the bands I still need to see. Again, kicks all forms of ass. If you're a fan of, death metal, old school Florida style death metal, my personal favorite, but good stuff all around. So let's check out weather. Hey, look at this one right here. Oh, Slaughter to Prevail. If you're into the, metal, I guess they're considered metalcore, deathcore. Oh yeah, from Russia. Man, I love Slaughter to Prevail. And look at right here, Joliet on it, Forge of Joliet. How about that? My ticket will be there. I think it's a Monday show, so who give a rat's ass, right? Monday night for metal. Yeah, my rear end will be there. That's gonna be a sold out show. Oh, Avatar. I love Avatar. Have you seen that band yet? If you haven't yet, I love Avatar. Oh, what's that song? It's copyrights, so I gotta sit here and play them. I have guitars, I can do it, but there's nothing's down tuned for it. But I love Avatar. Hail to the apocalypse. Hell yeah. Dance Devil Dance. I'm thinking a brand spanking new album coming out as well, so they got a tour, right? And hey, look, a Chicago very own Veil of Maya. Great band. I love that band. This is a hell of a tour. Hey, for me in Chicago, yeah, they're going to be here. I believe they're playing at the House of Blues. Great venue. From April 20 in the 20s all the way up down to May. Massive tour in Green Bay. It's going to be Atlanta, New York, and it's going to hit all the major market cities. So Avatar, Dance Devil Dance Tour. That's a hell of a tour. VL Maya, come on, Orbit Culture. That's a hell of a tour right there. See, if you're a fan of Swedish death metal, yeah, good stuff. Hey, for all the rock fans out there, Coheed and Cambria with Death Haven. Wow. Run like the dead have risen, no world for the walking mind. That sounds pretty badass. Coheed and Cambria, another band I still haven't seen yet. Nice collective tour date here. They got spring and fall, so they got this bad boy split in half. Chicago Riviera Theater. They got a lot of Norfolk, Virginia, Austin, Atlanta, St. Paul, Minnesota. So good stuff. Coheed and Cambria. I mean, I love those guys, man. They're pretty good. Talk about classic metal. Anvil. I love Lips. Great band. You know, if you've been following the Anvil history, right, from the good old days of AC/DC when Anvil opened up, a band who was, you know, forgotten, and then they got digged out of the ashes and the grave, and here they are, the mighty Anvil. Yeah, hell yeah, man. They're going out on tour, so go out and support these guys. Anvil still around, kicking ass, still making albums. Good stuff. There we go. For the pirate metal out here, beer drinking music, hell yeah. AWSOME. Oh, all right. Calm down here. AWSOME. United States America tour with Glory Hammer. Oh, put your fist in the air. Glory Hammer. Hell yeah. May, the whole damn month of May, you get to see the mighty AWSOME. I love AWSOME. Good old-fashioned pirate metal. Who doesn't like pirate metal, all right? Good stuff. AWSOME, hell of a tour. All right, for the rock fans out there, modern rock fans out there, Shinedown. Another band I still want to see. And the funny part, I want tickets to see them. When the controversial World Rock Fest that happened up in Northern Illinois with Fallen Reverse and the whole laptop situation. Yeah, that show, right? You remember that, right? You know, and it's still going on till today about this whole laptop situation. Hey guys, I can't play this show because my laptop is gone, so I can't play a show, guys. Sorry. All right, I'm just gonna leave that alone. That's a different topic for a different day. But yeah, Shinedown. They're actually going on tour with 3 Days Grace, another band I still want to see, and From Ashes to New, another band I easily came through town in my neck of the woods so many times I just got too lazy to get up. And again, as I mentioned, go out support, and I should be out supporting these guys. But three great bands. Shinedown's headlining. I love Shinedown. They're great. One of my favorite hard rock bands out there. Hardworking band, of course. You know, they're hitting some of these, I guess, some major markets. For Chicago, you're going to be traveling either to, most likely Milwaukee's. It's probably like an hour and a half drive. So, again, if they're not hitting in your town, well, again, as I mentioned, maybe more summer tours could be rolling out in the near future. That's the rumbling I've been hearing about. So, stay tuned within a month or two. Maybe they'll hit your market in the summer, and we'll have a massive rock package. We have to wait and see. Possibly an amphitheater tour. I could be wrong, but we'll have to wait and see. Here we go for the classic rock fans. Billy Idol. I love Billy Idol. Rebel Yellow, yeah. All right, don't quit your day job, buddy. March, April, May. Okay, all right. Impressive dates here. Major markets here. Billy Idol. I don't see any opening acts. But I love Steve Stevens, the guitarist. Hell of a guitar player. I love Steve Stevens. A hell of a shredder. Good stuff. What else we got? There we go. Death to All. Death. I love that band. Little death metal. Old school. Florida style death metal here. Celebrating 30 years of individual thoughts, patterns, and more death classics. Oh, good stuff. Suffocation's on here. Hell of a tour. Looks great. A lot of major markets. Like I said, House of Blues in Chicago. So, Death to All. This is like a hell of a tour, man. It looks like a good tour if you're a fan of death. Good stuff. What we got here? Speaking of festivals, Rockfest, where we just rock. Hell yeah. Horns up, baby. Cadet, Wisconsin. Where the hell is Cadet, Wisconsin at? It's like all the way, what? All the way up northwest near the, was it Minnesota border? I have to map it out. But you got Pantera, Ice Cube. Yeah, baby. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of hip hop, you probably get excited for it. But nonetheless, you got Ice Cube and Pantera. That's something you don't see. In this moment, the Ghost Inside, Ginger, Orthriani, Suicide Silence. We'll get to that in a second. Vended, Fame and Fire, great band. Slipknot's headlining Friday. Fall in Reverse, Ice Nine Kills, Ask Alexandria, Wage War. I love those guys. Crowbot. Saw, I like Saw. Those guys, headbangers right there. And then Sunday, you got Godsmack, Papa Roach, Highly Suspect, Everclear, Gore, Dorothy. I love Dorothy. 10 years. 10 years. New Year's Day, Dayseeker. I haven't seen those guys in a while. Yeah, man. Wednesday night bonus bash, Soul Asylum, Alien Fire. Hopefully, don't grab crotches and stuff. Gemini Syndrome. Those guys are great. Well, why the hell they're on a Wednesday night bonus bash? They should be on the stage here. Rockfest, man, where we just rock. Cadet, Wisconsin, July 13th to the 15th, 2023. If you want a road trip, one of the many rock festivals happening across America. Still more to come, like Walk on to Rockville, you got Aftershock, Blue Ridge. Still got a lot more announcements for the remaining bands playing on there. Hell of a road trip right there. So what else we got here? The Mighty Pantera, for the fans, for the brothers, for the legacy. Also making controversy right now. We'll talk about that in a second here. But Pantera, Lamb of God, woohoo! Baby, that's a hell of a tour right there, you know. And again, Chicago, you're going to get them with the Metallica Stadium Tour in 2024. Yes, my ass got tickets for both days, so I will be there. If you're going to be there, stop by, say hello. But that's 2024, so maybe you'll forget me. I hope you don't forget me. Yeah, Pantera, Lamb of God. Again, the markets that the stadium tour will not hit, most likely, or festivals, of course, which are featured on here, which is Louisville from Louder in Life is on here. Again, Milwaukee, I might have to make that trip in Milwaukee, man. Pantera, Lamb again. Let's talk about this whole controversy with Pantera right now, because they got dropped from like 3 major rock festivals in Europe. If you heard about it or not. Why? Well, again, the Me Too movement, the Speak Up movement, is catching up on that, Phil, because he decided to do a Nazi salute on the Dime Bash, or one supergroup show back in 2016. It was been, what, 7-8 years now, and now it's finally haunting the Me Too movement, and the politically correct people are coming after Phil, Phil Semos on the whole Nazi salute, and apparently he shot out white power. I haven't seen the video yet, but finally, I guess it's finally catching up on him and it's causing stir. Take down Pantera, racist. I don't know. Oh, I mean, as of right now, they got rid of Pantera at. It was the Rock AM, PM ring over there, was in Germany. Now they replaced them with the Foo Fighters, and now they got rid of them. Barcelona, was it Spain or Valencia, Barcelona, whatever. Another European festival that was supposed to be over got knocked off. Could this be a trend? Could we see more Pantera get knocked off in Europe for this year? Well, we don't know. We don't know right now, but apparently this is causing some controversy. People are getting butthurt. Again, I'm not sure if Phil apologized, even though this happened back in 2016. I don't know, but I try not to cuss. Just come on, man. He said it was a joke. I think he said in an article a while back, and you know how it is these days, step down and resign. I don't know, but I love Pantera. And, you know, again, the reason I still support them, we'll see them, because I never had a chance to see Pantera back in the heyday. Again, I was an early 90s baby, so I never had a good chance to witness Pantera in their full glory with Diamond and Eddie, rest in peace. So this is one of the opportunities, at least the closest we can get. And look, I seen Zach with Black Label and Ozzy. I met Zach, and he is a nice guy. Zach is a nice guy. You know, I never met Charlie, but I do have an autographed sign of Charlie right behind me in my man cave. I've seen Anthrax many times. Charlie's a great guy. I seem like a hell of a guy. As Rex Brown, never met him, never seen him play. Phil, never seen him play with many of his 50 projects. He said, like Super Joint Down and, you know, the Illegals. But you know, I hear nothing but nice things about the guy personally. So I don't see issues, minus that, you know, that Nazi salute he did back in 2016. But I don't know. I'm not going to touch more on it. But you know, either way, my personal opinion, I'm still going to see Pantera because I never seen them. That's it. If you've seen them back in the day, I respect your decision. You want that last memory on your mind of, hey, I seen Dimebag and Vinny under as Pantera, the legit Pantera, and I respect that. I respect you. You had a chance to see them back in the day. For a fan like myself that never seen them back in the day, at least this is my chance to actually go see them. So that's my reasoning behind it. But everybody got their own opinions, and again, it's America. Everybody has their own opinions of what they want to do. All right, let's keep on moving. Ugly Kid Joe, the Rad Wings of Destiny tour with Fozzy. Fozzy, Chris Jericho of All Elite Wrestling, and Fozzy with Pistol Dawn. I never heard of them, but yeah, man, they're going to be playing at the Arcada Theater in St. Charles, a beautiful venue, as a old classic type of venue, independent owned, of course. I've been there when I saw Wasp. So Ugly Kid Joe, I know their music very little, early 90s band. So if you want to check out Ugly Kid Joe with Fozzy, here's your chance. It'll be out on tour. All right, let's talk about the Black Dahlia Murder. Yes, the band is continuing on. Rest in peace, Trevor. We miss you. As they move on to the next chapter, they're doing a small tour, and they're going to be bringing out the hardcore, very best Terror. I love Terror. Great band. And, great bands can be going on tour. Check out Black Dahlia Murder on their Venomous Remnant Tour 2023. Good stuff. Dude, this show is badass. I'm going to try to get my grubbly hands on these tickets. The Mega Monster Tour. Dude, oh man, this is badass. Mastodon, Gogeta, and Lorna Shore. This is like a collective of this is like a smorgasbord of rock and metal. This is, I want my hands on these tickets. For me, it's going to be at the borderline of Illinois and Indiana at the Hard Rock Casino, Hammond, Indiana. Bet your ass I'm going to try to be there, because Mastodon is another band I still haven't seen yet. I love Mastodon. Great band. Troy Sander and the boys. Always good stuff, man. Bill on guitar. And I love Mastodon. Hell of a band. I've seen Gojira. And I love Gojira to death, man. If you're a listener or a viewer that never seen Gojira, you're missing out. That's some good stuff. Good head-banging metal. French metal. Good stuff. I love Gojira. And then for the I don't know how to categorize these guys. Deathcore, metalcore. Lorna Shore. Man, these guys are badass. I love Lorna Shore. Will Ramos, the vocals. Yeah. Hell yeah. If you're a fan of Cookie Monster vocals. The band played a Lollapalooza in 2023 and fucking scared. Well, I said a bad word. Oh well. Hell with it, right? Lorna Shore scared off all the hipsters in Lollapalooza. This badass. See the video on YouTube. But man, this is a collective, a smorgasbord of rock and metal. check it. That's my recommendation, man. I'm not going to talk smack on all these tours. I just recommend it. Again, Mastodon, Gojira, on Lone Shore. I recommend this one. If you have your tolerance level for rock this heavy, there's a hell of a tour. Speaking of another hell of a tour, man, I want to get my grubby hand tickets on these bad boy. Clash of the Titans, North American 2023 tour. This is sexy. This is sexy, baby. This is dirty. Oh, you're a bad girl. Creator, German thrash legends. Sepultura, Brazil thrash legends. Death Angel, I saw them last year on the Bay Area Strikes Back. Death Angel kicks ass, man. I love Death Angel. And Spirit World. Dude, this is a stacked tour. Stacked tour. Creators, Sepultura, Death Angel. Hell yeah, man. This is hell. If you're a thrash metal fan like myself, this is the tour to be at right here, folks. Check it out, man. Get all major markets, man, across North America. Again, check out the social media platform, even my social media platforms, and good stuff. And as I mentioned, Sonic Temple, I did a video on, I'll put the link on here somewhere. Sonic Temple, every Thursday, Tool, Godsmack, and Beartooth, and Bullet for Valentine. Friday, Avenged Sevenfold, Queen of the Stone Age, Chevelle. Saturday, Kiss, Rob Zombie. Sunday, Foo Fighters and Deftones. May 25th through the 28th of 2023 in Columbus, Ohio. Where rocks. What was our tagline for the Sonic Temple Festival? Where rock lives, or rock is home. I don't know. It's at my local radio station. But yeah, Sonic Temple is a pretty good lineup, man. Pretty good lineup. Labor Day weekend, or not Labor Day weekend, Memorial Day weekend. So if you got nothing to do at Memorial Day weekend, you want to take a road trip, this is the party destination for rock and metal. So good stuff. Last but not least, Chaos and Carnage 2023. My rear tushy is going to be at this one because I'll be at the 4th of July yet, so you know my ass will be there. Dying Fetus, if you're a fan of tech death metal. Suicide Silence, deathcore, metalcore, whatever the hell you want to death. Border Rices, man, Chicago very own, great band, man. It's some much more better good bands out here. Oh, I mean, deathcore, metalcore. I'm so excited about this tour, man. Chaos and Carnage, man. Check out this list right here. The dates they're playing. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on podcasts, look on my social media, Less on Headbanging with GBs. I don't know, all my social media platforms, and if you're watching on YouTube, you kind of see it right here. And check out my social media or the band's website as well, man. Good stuff. A lot of good. I mean, I have a lot more tours out there. I don't have on my social media. Again, I try to cater everything. Rock fans, hard rock fans, and heavy metal fans out there. Well, if you consider this tour for a rock fan, again, I'm just catering to you guys, all right? I know I'm gonna get a lot of people excited right now. Nickelback, right? Nickelback's going on tour. I know I gotta put soap in my mouth. I gotta put chili pepper in my mouth. I probably will trip down the stairs later on for saying Nickelback will be on tour with Brantley Gilbert. I know the one band everybody loves to hate, right? Well, it's out there if you're a fan of Nickelback, right? Okay, I gotta wash my mouth here. All right, Journey's gonna be on tour 2023. Leonard Skinner and the ZZ Top. That's another one I want to go to. I love good old-fashioned dirty rock and roll, southern rock and roll. Southern Fried Chicken. So I love Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top, man. I love them both. And I wish I saw ZZ Top with Dusty, man. Rest in peace, man. Man. Great band. Love ZZ Top. What else is going on? I'm trying to think. Jackal. Again, another great rock and roll band from the 80s and 90s. I love Jackal. They're going to be in town. I'm going to try to catch them. Jackal, hardest working man. I love Jesse James Dupree. Horns up to Jesse and Jackal and the boys out there, and they're fine. The fine spirit alcoholic beverage Jesse has, the bourbon he has out there. But nonetheless, I love Jackal. So many bands are going to be on. Motley Crue and Def Leppard, they're still doing the stadium tour across the... There's so many tours, so many festivals. I can't stress it enough, man. Go out and support it. It don't matter how big, size doesn't matter. And small, too. You got to support the small ones, man. You got to support the small. Keep local, even local too, man. Your local rock and roll band who probably get like 5 fans at at a local Joe Schmo's bar. Go out and see them. Even if they're not part of a major record label, support them, man. Maybe one day they will be on a major record label. Maybe one day they'll be open up for Metallica on a stadium tour. You never know, but the only way that could happen is by you attending the smaller people. Keep the local alive, man. In your nearest town, even if you don't know them, even if you just know that one band and you're like, you know what, hell with the rest of them, I'm going to show up at this time for this band. Dude, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Go out and support all of them. Go on comment section on Facebook and, social media. What time this band goes on, that's like, just doesn't, who cares what time that band, the headliner band will go on. Just show up for the whole damn show, man. Support all of them. Again, openers all the way up to the closing end of the headliners. No matter what it is, support them, man. No matter what, support them. Give them a little love. Like I said, buy tickets, buy their CDs if you're still buying the physical like I do. I still buy CDs, right? Vinyl. I got a whole collection of vinyl right behind me. Man, I want to do a vinyl mashup collection, like I'm like a little teaser out there for you guys, a little teaser, especially for YouTube. I want to do a visual YouTube Van Halen versus Van Halen 1 versus Van Halen 2 for the classic rock fan. Maybe one day I'll have a David Lee Roth versus Van Hagar with Sammy Hagar. I want to do something like, I just want to do stuff like that. It's going to be fun. Engage with people that never heard of Van Halen or Sammy Hagar, or a lot of these older bands that I love as well, and appreciate you love as well. So I want to kind of engage and support the records too. People are still buying vinyl, which is great. I still buy them. I still go out to antique stores and find rare gems. And I as much as I want to go on eBay and buy them, but I still go to the physical store and I like to be surprised, like, holy smokes, there's like a rare, New Light to Leather record here, or it was like the Metal Blade with the compilation with Slayer and Metallica in the early days, stuff like that. Like, I like finding stuff like that. And all right, I'm gonna shut up. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and let me know in your comments section what tours you're just pumped you're jacked up for. Jacked up like a spider monkey, and which one you're looking forward to. Maybe there's stuff I never mentioned on here you're looking forward to watching, or going to see, festival or tour. If you're listening on the podcast, hit the subscribe button if you're a new listener, man. Spread the word out. Spread the love, the cheer of heavy metal, rock and roll, baby. And again, social media platforms on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and I forgot what else. Yeah, you know what it is. You know where to find me. You know where I'm going to be hiding at. And support, follow, like, abuse, and like, and always, horns up.